Folks, welcome to Calvin's Got Game. Today I want to talk to you about a game called Clash of Corgis. This is a game designed by Derek Drozik, and I hope I'm pronouncing his last name correctly. This little box here contains 3 games, or 3 ways to play these cards. There is the original, and then there's Treasure Island, and then there's Capture the Illusionist. And in each one, I'm going to tell you kind of how to play them. I'm not going to show you a lot of gameplay. I'm just going to give you a review of how to play them. And maybe this is something you might want to pick up. I'll put it in the how to get a copy of it down in the comments so that you can get a copy for yourself. So, here we go. Let's talk about the original game. The original game is a card shedding, almost trick-taking game. In this game, there are 5 suits in the cards. There's Earth, Water, Fire, Wind, and Void. The suits matter only on certain cards that have an ability. Every one of these cards, whether it's 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever the number on the card is, there's an ability for that card, so you can activate the ability. And some of the suits kind of come into play during that time. Now, so on your turn, what are you going to do? Well, if you're the first player to start the round, you can lead out a single card, you can lead out a double, a triple, 4 of a kind, or 5 of a kind. And what's going to happen is everyone around the table, going around the table, has to beat your card. So if you play a single card, everybody has to play a single card. If you play double card, everybody has to play doubles of cards, and so forth. So what you lead out is going to dictate what everyone has to play around the table. So let me give you an example, and we'll put up on the screen kind of the turn of a 4-player deal. So in a 4-player game, the first player puts down a 1. The second player beats that 1 with a 7, and then the third player can't beat the 7, so they pass. So the fourth player then beats the 7 with a 9, and then the first player comes back around and it's back to them, and they beat that 9 with an ace. Now, player 2 cannot beat that ace. Player 3 cannot. They already passed. Player 4 cannot. And so now player 1 takes those cards, and they take those cards and put it in their pile, and they get to lead the next round. So leading the next round is kind of important, so you can dictate what needs to be played. So if you're saving your stronger cards for later, like your pairs and your 3 of a kinds, you could get rid of your cards rather quickly because other people may not be able to follow suit, if you will. So this game is the original game. I'm going to come back and tell you about Treasure Island. Hey folks, let's talk about Treasure Island. In Treasure Island, you are actually going out trying to get loot off this island, and you're fighting the bad guys to get it. It's almost like a dungeon crawling kind of game, but you're setting up your party to help hopefully succeed on beating these bad guys to get the loot. And the bad guys are the loot. And how you win this game is you got to collect 10 points of loot. So what's going to happen at the beginning of the game, you'll get dealt 3 cards. Those 3 cards will be your party. Eventually, you'll lay them to the table at some point, one at a time. So on your turn, what do you do on your turn? You're going to draw 1 card, and you'll look at them, and you can add 1 card to your party. And if you have 1 card in your party, you can go to the fight phase, because you have to have at least 1 card in your party to do that. During the fight phase, you get to choose how many opponents you want to face. You can face 1, 2, or 3. You will draw them off the deck face down in front of you, along with your face-up crew. So let me give you an example of how you get that. So let's say in your crew you have a 9 and a 7. So you have your 9 and 7, and you want to fight 2 people. You're going to draw 2 cards, put them face down in front of your 9 and 7, and then you're going to decide who wins. You're going to flip up your cards. If your total beats their total, which in this case, the flipped up cards is an ace and a 1, which totals 11. You have a 9 and a 7, which totals 16. So you win. You'll take those 2 cards, the ace and 1, put them in your loot pile. Those each count for 1 point towards the total of 10 to win the game. So in this game, you're going to be adding to your party. You're going to be fighting people on the island to try to get the treasure. And whoever gets to 10 points the fastest wins the game. This game is very simple. It's pretty straightforward. There are some, not some, on every card there is an ability that you can use. Every number has an ability, so you may choose to use that ability because at the end of your turn, once you fight, you have to discard your party. You don't get to keep them. So your party leaves and you're going to have to rebuild your party again. So there are some special effects that allow you to keep your party on some of the cards. So you might want to activate that. So there are other things that you can do with these cards with the activation of their special ability. But in a nutshell, that's basically how Treasure Island plays. So let's check out the next game. Let's talk about the last game. Now this last game, the first two were a 2 to 4 player game. This one is only a 2-player game. So in this game, you are trying to capture the illusionist. Here's the illusionist. So in this game, like I said, you're trying to capture the illusionist. So you're going to set your cards up. You only take one set of the cards. You'll take all the colors of one set of cards in this game. One of the earth, wind, fire, whatever set of cards that you want to play with, and take those and play with those cards. You're going to shuffle them up. You're going to put down a 2x4 grid. So it'll be 2 cards. I'll show you here. 2 cards with a 4 crossed. And you'll have a space down below that's kind of an open area because some of the abilities make you place a card face down there, or you have to expose one of your cards. So it's an exposed area. So in this game, every card once again has an ability. So you're going to play your cards in that open area, and if you want to use that card, you kind of turn it to the side and activate its ability. So once you activate its ability, it may let you turn a card over for on their side in a certain row. It may make you flip a card of your own. It could do all kinds of things. There's a lot of abilities on these cards, but what you're trying to do is find that elusive illusionist. And once you do, if your opponent has his ace, he can save his illusionist. He puts it off to the side, but he has to put the illusionist back face down in the same position it was in. If you don't get to save it, then you're going to shuffle back up and you're going to play again. To win the game, you have to capture your opponent's illusionist twice. So if they can't save it, you've captured the illusionist. And if they do save it, they're going to put it face down. You can try to capture it again and possibly win the game. Capture the Illusionist is a 2-player game. It's quick to play. The abilities on the cards are not hard to understand. It's pretty simple. So, as I say, this game is pretty simple to play. Capture the Illusionist is a 2-player game. And I hope that this video brought you an idea of what's in this box, or how many games are in this box. There's 3. There's 2 2 to 4 player games and 1 2-player game. So if you're interested in this, I'm going to put it down in the comment section or in the description of the video, and you can go see where you can pick up a game, a copy. Now I do want to say this copy was sent to me by the designer so that I could do a small review of this game. Now I am going to do some more in-depth reviews of how to play the game. So I will show you direct how to play the game on each game so that you'll have a better understanding of that soon. But I kind of wanted to give a quick overview just so you can get an idea of how these games play. Guys, I thank you for watching Calvin's Got Game. And like I always say, get a board game to the table, spend time with your friends and your family. And I do thank you for watching Calvin's Got Game.